City Adventures. I just wanted to give a little bit of a preview to this video. This is future Gary coming to you from the future of when this video is going to take place. So this is going to be the kickoff to a series of videos that we made during our journey cross country to drop off our son in college at the University of Washington in Seattle. So this is video number one. This will be day number one of our trip, leaving Lake City and traveling across Colorado and Utah up into Idaho, and then staying in our Airbnb in Idaho. And then the next video should be, I think, we'll see how it plays out, but I think should be the second day, which will be Idaho all the way up until Seattle. And then the third video will be a little bit of a tour of Seattle and some of the activities we did while we were there, and Ethan's dorm room and setting that up and what all that looked like. And then the last video will be a campus tour that we took, a self-guided campus tour. So there should be anywhere from 2 to 5 videos coming out after this one. I'm not really sure how it's going to play out until I actually edit the videos. But this is the first one. So this starts off the night before our trip. And hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, like and subscribe so that you get notified for the upcoming videos that are coming down the pike in the next few days or a week or so. So enjoy.
Well, good evening and welcome to Lake City Adventures. You can probably tell because the lighting is absolutely terrible, but I'm sitting in my car in the garage. I'm in the Tesla Model Y because we've got a little bit, actually a lot, of an adventure coming up. So it is Sunday evening and we are in the final stages of preparation to take our son off to college. And so we are in a small rural mountain town in southwestern Colorado, and we are making the journey by car from here to Seattle, Washington, which should be about a 23-hour drive or so with charging stops along the way. So we're going to bring you guys along with us and kind of show you not only the journey and the charging and the road trip and an electric vehicle and all that stuff, and then hopefully we'll get to show you around a little bit of Seattle and the campus and the dorm room and all that stuff. We'll see what we can get away with without embarrassing our teenage son too much. But let me show you the route a little bit. I'm going to show you the screen on the Model Y and kind of how the navigation works. And then we'll pick it up tomorrow morning as we're packing and hitting the road. We're going to try to hit the road at about 7 a.m. tomorrow. And the plan for tomorrow is a 12-hour drive. So we're trying to get from here to Twin Falls, Idaho, where we actually booked an Airbnb because we're going to have Ethan and Logan, both of our sons are coming with us. So all 4 of us are going to be in this car for 2 days. And getting 2 hotel rooms was way more expensive than just getting an Airbnb. So we got a nice Airbnb. Everybody gets their own bedroom, and I'm excited to check that out. So check out the journey. Let me show you the navigation on the Tesla here. But here's the main screen of the Model Y. And right now it's in turn by turn. So I'm going to tap on this little button right here and it'll convert it to route mode. And so it actually kind of shows you, the default is that it shows you the next leg of the journey. So this is us in our town of Lake City, and this is our first journey, which takes us to our first charging stop in Grand Junction. The charging stops are these little red and white lightning bolts. So if I scroll down here, you can see kind of what it's predicting. So these are all the turns to get to the first stop, the first charging stop, which is right here, which will be in Grand Junction. And we should get there with 46%, which is pretty good because it's 145 miles. So it's telling us it's going to take 3 hours, 10 minutes to go 145 miles. And we're going to be starting, right now it's at 77%. I have the car set to charge in the morning and the scheduled departure. So we should leave here with 90%. And then we'll get to Grand Junction with 46. Actually, I think that's going to say something more like 59 because we're going to leave with 90, not 77. I don't think it's taking that into account. This is if you left right now. So according to this, we're going to stop in Grand Junction for 20 minutes. And then we're going to travel about a little over 2 hours to Wellington, Utah, charge for 25. And then it looks like about 2.5 hours to far west, Utah, where we're going to charge for 35 minutes. And then that should be it. And we'll get to Twin Falls, Idaho, which is our stop for tonight, with 12% left. And we'll have to obviously charge there too. And I confirmed that there is a supercharger in Twin Falls. So here's that first route, like I talked about. If I just pinch and kind of zoom like you would on an iPhone, then you can see the entire route, and then it shows you the charging stops along the way. And I almost guarantee, and like I said, we'll record this tomorrow, so we'll see, but I can almost guarantee that we're going to stop at different chargers than what it says here. So I feel like the default navigation kind of emphasizes the lowest number of stops,
but not necessarily the most efficient route. And you can see some of these are pretty long stops, 25, 35 minutes. So they're trying to get you the longest possible stretch in between charging. But if I hit this little button right here, you can see that these are all the other options. So this is a charger in Montrose on our route. And then this is actually Green River, Utah. We've been to that one before as we go over to California, but we're going to turn north there. So there's another one right there. There's a ton of them here. This is Salt Lake. There's a ton of them here in Salt Lake, and there's another one here, and there's another one here on the way to Twin Falls. So there's quite a few charging options, and we'll talk about it tomorrow on the road, but sometimes it actually makes more sense to stop more frequently, but charge for less often, because the rate of charge is so much higher when the battery is low. So you never want to sit at a supercharger and charge up to 90% or 100% if you can avoid it, because it'll take just as long to go from 80 to 100 as it did to go from 20 to 80 for the most part. So really it's about brief stops, just long enough to go to the bathroom and get a drink refill, and then charge long enough to get to the next station and then do it again. The number of stops is irrelevant. They're all kind of right on the highway. Almost all of them are right on the highway. So it's not like you're wasting time by stopping more often. You waste more time by sitting at a supercharger going from 70% to 95% or something like that. So we'll see how this plays out. You know, these have been getting down pretty low, 16, 17, 12. So this may be where we stop, but I don't know. Wouldn't be surprised if it ends up changing along the way. And then this is the final destination for this journey, which is Twin Falls, Idaho. And then if I zoom out even more, Seattle's right there where all that traffic is, the yellow and red traffic. So the day 2 trip, this is day 1 trip from here to Twin Falls, and then day two trip is from Twin Falls to Seattle. And so we'll show that in the video as we get there on the second day. This is a little bit past halfway, so I'm hoping it should be about 12 hours on day 1 and about 11 or so, maybe 10 or 11 on day 2 is kind of the goal. Status update. It's 10:15 p.m. on Sunday night. Car is packed, probably just about literally with as much stuff as could possibly fit into this car. If you can tell that the trunk is indeed full. This right here is a sub trunk. If you lift that up, and that is absolutely full of clothing. And we have boxes, a full desktop computer. That's a monitor right there. That's all padded and packed, and clothes. And I mean, one more inch and this sucker won't close. Believe it or not, it will close. There's a little gap up there in the glass. I'm pretty impressed with the cargo capacity of the Model Y. And then we've got a couple bags back here in the middle seat. There won't be anybody in the middle seat, thank God. And we have one more duffel bag that's gonna have to go on top of that bag. And then a cushion there, a pillow. But both seats should be relatively open back here. And then we've got the frunk, which is also packed full with another bag, box, shoes. So we have made full advantage of every potential storage space in the Tesla.
Yeah.
And we're tired.
Long trip tomorrow.
Long trip tomorrow. We're planning on wheels up at 7 a.m. So we're going to bed. But this took about an hour to kind of Tetris in here the right way. A lot of irregularly shaped things. So we're ready.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's 6:57 a.m. on Monday morning. The road trip commences.
And it's our 18th wedding anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
We're going to spend our anniversary in a car for 13 hours.
Yay, cheers. We're looking forward to it, but I think we're off to a late start already, so.
Yeah, we had to wake up one kid. The other one didn't answer the phone, so, you know.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
I'll go show you the car. Just another daytime shot of the skilled and artful packing of the back of the car. You know, you would think that this isn't going to close because this blue bag is above the limit, the height of the trunk, but there's a space where the glass is, so there's actually a little bit of room. I could put something right here, but that towel and padded package is Ethan's computer monitor, so I'm trying to not put anything on that. Kind of give it some protection so it doesn't get squished. So yeah, we're pretty full, and again, there's a sub trunk underneath that that's about two or 3 feet deep. That's totally full. I showed you the front last night. It's full. And the back seat has bags. There'll be one more bag that goes in the middle, and then we'll be good to go. Let's see if the computer screen updated with their predicted percentage. So here's our starting point. We're at 90%, and we're at 0 miles on the Seattle trip, 28,825 miles lifetime. And I love scheduled charging with a Tesla. It's so nice. You know, it's not ideal for the battery to sit at 90 or 100% for a long period of time. So you just set it to charge in the middle of the night and be done charging by 7 a.m. So it's 7 a.m. It's right at 90. It's ready to go. Here's our first leg. 3 hours, 5 minutes, 145 miles. We should get there with still 56% of battery and need to charge for 15 minutes and then head on to our next stop in Utah. So we'll see how that plays out. This says if we leave right now, we'd get there at 6:46 p.m. So a little bit less than 12 hours. It's still Mountain Time Zone. We're not leaving right now because our kids are slow to get up, but we'll make a little update when we actually get on the road. One last look at the college kid's home room. His computer's all packed up. He's really leaving it nice and clean and ready. He's not back here for 3 months. At least we hope. He'll be back here in 3 months. We're out of here. Junction Supercharger.
First charging station.
It's pretty crowded here.
It's very windy.
It's awesome when there's somebody here. We made it with 43%. I think it said 56 originally, but that was the dirt cutoff that we did not take. That took like 9%. So a little bit less than what I predicted, but not bad. It's 11:04. We're gonna plug in. We have 20 minutes of charging here. This is supposed to be a 120 kilowatt station, which is low. The newer ones are about 250. So let's see how much we actually get. It's ramping up 116. All right, so we're getting, that's about max because we're at 43%. If we were at 5%, we'd probably get 120. So 20 minutes, we got to go get food in 20 minutes. This is a charging station at the Basin Mall in Grand Junction, and we've got McDonald's and Wendy's down there. There's also some Rivian chargers here that are nice. It's gonna be windy, I think. There's our spot, all the empty Tesla chargers. And then you don't see too many Rivian supercharger stops, but this is one of them. 36 kilowatts, 36 cents per kilowatt hour, and a 300 kilowatt charger. That's faster than the Tesla and cheaper. We were the only car. We walked to McDonald's and came back, and now every spot's full but one. All right, it's 11:30. We're charged up to 86%. On to our next journey, which is to Wellington, Utah. We should get there with 21%.
Goodbye! Goodbye, Colorado!
Hello, Utah!
To Wellington, Utah with 14%. We were supposed to have 21, and you can see we used a little bit more than what we thought we were going to, but not bad. And that's mostly because of wind and speed. It was really windy.
And we're waiting.
And we're heavy. Yeah. So that little portion of our journey was 154 miles, 2 hours and 4 minutes. And you can see our watt hours were high. That's so far in the entire trip, and that was this last leg. Let's see what we can get for charge. Let's see this ramp up here on this 250 kilowatt charger. 137, 173. Keep going. Keep going. 190, 206, 222, 238. We should hit, yeah, 250. That's the max. 1,042 miles per hour. That's pretty sweet. So 25 minutes to charge. That should take us pretty close to full is my guess. Right now, it doesn't even say what our battery will be. So 25 minutes. There she is, charging away. This is a really nice new charging station. Buffy's excited for road trip snacks.
Gas station snacks. Pretty great selection of jerky. More road trip snacks. I like finding things I haven't tried before. Maybe a street corn nut?
This store has just about everything, including, we found the murder aisle. You got your hammers, your mallets, your crowbars, your rope, your duct tape, your box knives, all conveniently located in the same section. Supercharging activities. Let's see how you do.
Oh, okay, just goes.
Yeah. Second place is best you can do.
0.05 seconds.
So this thing said that when you pull up to a charging station, you actually race other people that are charging at the same time you are, which is so cool. But there's nobody else here. We are by ourselves. So Ethan just played the computer. So it says we're ready to go. Although it also says we're only going to have 10% at the next supercharger, which is a little nerve-wracking. But if we tap on it and look, there's a ton of superchargers on the way to ours. So we could just go. And then if it looks like we're going to run out of time, we can stop in Salt Lake and charge there instead. So I think we're going to hit the road. Driving through Provo, Utah, when we saw what?
It was an In-N-Out!
Yeah, we're stopping. We are not driving past the In-N-Out.
We are Americans.
Who knew that there was In-N-Out in Provo, Utah?
I've never been to Salt Lake City, but man, I've been noticing these mountains are pretty awesome. In-N-Out stop number 1. Loving the family time. I am drinking this in. I think it's soaking it in. Soaking it in.
Supercharging in Tremonton, Utah. We are at a hotel, in a hotel parking lot. It's not the most exciting of superchargers, but there's a truck stop and fast food over there, so you've got stuff. And I predicted before we started this trip that we would not stop at the exact charging stations that the map told us we were going to. So we were supposed to stop in far west Utah, and we would have had like 23 or 24% when we got there. Everybody in the car was sleeping, and we had enough range to make it to the next supercharger, which is here in Tremonton. So, you know, if you have that ability, do it, because it charges even faster at a lower percentage. And so your charge theoretically should be faster. So we actually saved about 5 or 10 minutes on our total trip by skipping that one and going a little bit farther. Went about 30 miles farther to Tremonton and showed up here with 9%. And this charger's kind of, it's kind of meh. We're getting about 102 kilowatts. Remember, we got 250 on the last one. So, but still, we only had 20 minutes to charge, and it's been about 3 or 4 minutes so far. And then we are on our way to our final destination in Twin Falls. So we have 150 miles left this last leg. Since the last charge was 201 miles. And you can see our efficiency's been pretty good, 255 overall. That's lower than my overall average efficiency entirely for this car. So that's pretty good. Of course, it's, you know, not snowing and blizzarding and all that kind of stuff. But we've been going about 75 to 85 the whole way, which is definitely not perfect for the efficiency. So we're also loaded down with 4 people and tons of gear. So I'm pretty impressed. So it's doing good, wide awake. Ethan drove for a while. I've been back in the seat for a little bit. And like I said, we got one more leg that's 150 miles, 2.5 hours. So we should get there, I think, right about 8 o'clock, a little after 8 o'clock, which will be just about exactly 12 hours, a little bit more than 12 hours because of our unplanned in and out stop, which was not at a charging station. Tremonton, Utah. Our car is way down there at the superchargers. This was the, and there's not a sign anywhere on this hotel. I don't even know what it is. But right through this kind of dirt road over here is this truck stop. And we've got a Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, and most importantly, a bathroom.
It is really hard to ride in the car for hours and hours and hours. Although I do appreciate the family time, and I am savoring every moment. And these mountains are very pretty. I love my boys back there. Together, walking, talking. Comes with mixed emotions, this trip, obviously. So proud. Proud mom. And also, my baby's all grown up. Over the past few weeks, I've had the opportunity to partake in several long road trips, and what I have to say is I've got I'm mad respect for these truck drivers who drive all over our country moving goods. Dang, these trips are hard, and they go all night, they go all day, they move goods, and they don't complain. What is this thing? Is this vehicle or is this OHV? I'm not sure. I don't know. It's pretty cool looking though. It looks like a mini Jeep. Tremonton, Utah. And I just realized this Sinclair dinosaur. These are kind of rare these days. But this one, poor guy, has had his tail smashed. Driven over. But these are so cool, and you don't see them at all the Sinclairs anymore because no, they've taken him out. He's awesome. Hi, buddy.
Well, it's been a little less than ideal. This charger has been just a slow one, so it's been like 70 or 80 kilowatts. So instead of 25 minutes, it's been about 31, 32 minutes. Not too bad, but we're gonna bail here. We're gonna have to charge at our destination anyway for tomorrow morning. So we're gonna bail here and hit up a closer supercharger. That should be our last charge for tonight, and then we'll be all charged and ready to go in the morning. So let's get out of here.
Goodbye, Utah!
87%, tons of charge to spare. Not even red. Yeah, it is. And this last drive was 149 miles, pretty low efficiency. It's pretty windy, uphill, rainy. But we're here. This is only about 3 miles from our rental. And this is across the parking lot from a restaurant. So we are gonna plug this in and let it charge all the way up, be all ready for tomorrow, and go get some food. All right across the parking lot from the Tesla Supercharger is Johnny Carino's, which is not open.
It's open.
It is open.
It's open.
Okay, cool. All right, we have made it to our Airbnb reservation. Let's go check it out. It's kind of exciting. It's on a nice little quiet suburban street in Twin Falls, Idaho. And it's raining just a little bit. Let's see if we can get inside. All right, so a little tour of our Twin Falls Airbnb. So there's a nice big living room here with a kind of small TV on the wall. Nice, good kitchen, dining area. We've got an island with a sink, fridge. Very nice.
It's a nice place.
I don't know what's in the backyard. And then over here, there are 2 bedrooms that both have king beds. So that's really nice for the size of our boys. So there's 1 king bed.
That bathroom's nice.
Reasonably well decorated with a mirror, some outlets for charging, nice white towels ready to go. And then this room is set up, I think, very similarly with a nice fake plant, kind of a seashell motif. King bed. And then here's the boys' bathroom with shower. A single sink, the commode. Nice standard shower with all of the body wash, conditioner, shampoo that you might need. And then this house kind of goes all the way over here to the other side. This is the garage. I'll see if we can get in there in a second. And then here's, I guess, what you'd call the primary bedroom with a clock on the wall, nice end tables, kind of a bamboo entertainment center, another TV, artwork on the wall. And this would be the primary bathroom, which is kind of similar to the one on the other side. But again, stocked with cleaning supplies, towels, walk-in closet on this side. Tons of room in here. So yeah, and it doesn't smell bad. They do allow pets in here. So it's got a little bit of a dog and cat flair to it, but not bad. And there is laundry. We didn't know if there was or not. There is laundry. All right. This place has a massive garage. I wish our garage was this big. It's like 2-car plus with shelves and utility stuff here. Very nice. So yeah, we're gonna see if we can't pull the car in here because it'd be a little more protected and safe in here. We got all of our stuff for Ethan's dorm room. There you go. All right. I just came out to the backyard of this house. Can you see it on camera? It is massive. I had absolutely no idea. There's a huge backyard out here. It's kind of a bummer that it's already 9 o'clock and we got to leave here at 7 a.m. We're not exactly going to take advantage of this place, but the fact that this is less expensive than a hotel room is just, I mean, you wonder why Airbnb is successful? Come on. It's awesome. All right, Future Gary here again. So that's the end of day 1 of our trip. We are settling in for the night at our Airbnb in Twin Falls, Idaho. And I think I'll stop the video here so they don't get too long. And hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a little bit of, it was fun for me to make, reliving our journey across the country with our boys. And part 2 will be the next day of this trip, and that will come out in the next few days. And we'll continue from there and show you Ethan's move-in and his dorm room in Seattle and a campus tour and all that. So again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss the videos that are coming out over the next week or so. And we'll see you guys next time. Wait, bonus footage before I go. I meant to tell you guys a summary of the charging for each day. And so I'm just going to read it off here, and then I'll put in the description down below the details of each stop, how long we were there, what the cost was, how many kilowatt hours we used, etc. for you total Tesla nerds that want all those details. But day one was a total of 12 hours and 5 minutes, start to finish. We went 667 miles. And within that 12 hours and 5 minutes, we spent an hour and 24 minutes charging, which I don't think is too bad for the electric vehicle dynamic. That does not include the charge at the very end of the night, because we did that while we were eating, which we would have done anyway. It cost us a total of $70.73, which worked out to 10.6 cents per mile. So the price of gas along our route was approximately $4 a gallon. So if you had a car that got 20 miles per gallon, that would be 20 cents per gallon. So this was kind of the equivalent along our route. If gas is $4 a gallon, it was the equivalent cost of driving a car that gets 40 miles to the gallon. So we would have probably paid more than double this if we drove Buffy's gas car. So anyway, that's it. We'll see you tomorrow for day 2.